Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the magnificent Mr. Cassidy show. Just kidding, it's not a show, but pick a card, any card. Alrighty, let's get going here and stop with the shenanigans. Okay. So, what we're gonna do. Alright, sorry, I need to stop doing voices and I need to take my blue pill. Just kidding, I don't take any pills. Anyways, today's video is for all you card lovers, Uno lovers, anybody that loves playing games. This video is for you. So, as you can see, this is a deck of Uno cards. And today I'm going to be showing you a different game you can play with Uno cards. I invented this. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if anybody else does it this way. But well, let me show you this deck because people make fun of me for having this deck, but this is kind of like a retro one. I guess there's brand new versions out, whatever, but I like this one because it says, draw 4 on it. The new version doesn't say that, and I just like this one. Maybe I'm just old school, but anyway, so you guys know how to play the traditional Uno game, which you draw 7 cards, whatever. First one to get rid of your cards wins, and that is a great fun game. All these years I still love playing Uno, but let me show you the new way to play Uno. So anyways, basically what you do, you shuffle the deck just like you would in any Uno game. Shuffle. I once was told by somebody that, I don't know where I heard this, but it was a credible source, that in order to ensure your deck of cards, whether it's Uno or a regular deck of cards, and in order to ensure it's fully shuffled, you have to shuffle it 7 times. That's what they said, 7 times. So you shuffle it 7 times. We're not going to do it 7 times, but after it's fully shuffled. So I've only played this game with 2 people. I don't see why you couldn't play it with multiple people. I think you can, but I've only tried it with 2 people. So basically what you do is after it's shuffled, whoever doesn't, I usually rock, paper, scissors for who goes first. You can flip a coin, whatever. So when you've decided who goes first, so let's say my opponent is going first. So that means I'm holding the deck first, and they're going to be guessing. So basically what you'll do is before you flip over the card, your opponent's going to guess a color. Obviously, if you know with Uno, there's only 4 colors. With Uno, there is green, red, yellow, and blue. And then there's wild cards, okay? So when the person going, which would be my opponent in this case, they have pretty much a 1 in 5 chance. Well, whatever. They have a 1 in 5 chance to get whatever they guess. So they have to guess, before you flip it over, they have to guess a color. Either blue, yellow, red, or green. Or they guess wild. So they have to guess one of these 5, okay? And basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep flipping over cards until they get it right. So let's say my opponent's going and they say red. Okay, they're wrong. And you're gonna keep going until they get it right. Yellow, wild, red, green, blue. Okay, so they got it. So let's just say they finally got it. They guessed blue. So the person that was going, your opponent, has to take these cards. So they have to take these cards. Sorry if it wasn't in the camera before. So they take these cards and they add it to their personal pile. Boom. And then obviously now we do the reverse. I hand the deck to my opponent, and now I do the same. I will guess either red, blue, green, or yellow, or wild until I get it correct. And sometimes you can get it on the first try. Sometimes it takes 20 tries, which would suck. But anyways, you keep going till you get it. And basically what happens is in the end of the game, you count up each person will have a pile of cards. Sometimes one pile will be a lot bigger than the other. Sometimes it'll be pretty close, which it usually is. You count them up. Whoever has more cards loses. All right. There's a couple other things I want to mention. When it's your turn, and you're guessing, and the other person's dealing them. So let's just say it's my opponent's turn and they're guessing. If they guess, so if they haven't started yet, we just switched turns. If they guess red, whatever they guess, if they get it on the first try, then let's say they let's say they guessed green. So they say green, and I flip over green. They get it on the first try. They get to give that. Not only do they get to give this card back, they get to give 3 cards in their pile back. So their pile gets smaller. Okay. The other thing I want to mention that's related to this is that if there's only a handful of wilds in this whole deck. There's probably like 6 or 7, something like that. So the odds of getting a wild are very rare. So if they guess wild, it doesn't have to be, well, let me get to that. If they guess wild at any point when they're going, they get to give that card back plus 5 cards. Okay, because it's rare to guess wild, and it takes confidence to guess or whatever. You got to feel lucky because the odds of you getting it are not good. So anyways, if you guess wild at any point during your turn, and you get it right, let's say where's a wild? Let's say the person's going, like I said, it doesn't have to be, I just dropped it. It doesn't have to be the first time. If they guess wild and you flip over a wild, then they give the wild back plus 5, right? And the last thing I'll say is that, so remember if they guess the color or whatever it is on the first time, they get a bonus. And if they get a wild, they get a bonus. If they guess it right on the very first try and it's a wild, then it's 3 plus 5. So they give the wild back plus 8 cards, which would be a huge bonus. Now, if the game just started and you guess like a wild and you have no deck, obviously you'd be plus however many cards. You know what I mean? So like if you were supposed to give back 5 cards, you have no cards to give back. When you finally get some cards, then you'll give those back, if you know what I mean. So anyways, so I hope you guys kind of understand where I'm going with this. I don't think it's a really hard concept. I enjoy playing it with my nieces and everybody else enjoys it. So you should definitely try this game. I think I explained it all. When, like I said, you just keep going until the cards run out, and then everybody counts their pile. And sometimes you don't even have to count the pile because, they're just, you could just say, hey, put your pile next to mine, and you'll see whose is bigger. But I've had times where I'd be guessing and I get it on the first try or whatever, the 4th try, whatever. But I've also had times where I've gone like 25 cards deep until I got it, and that was brutal. But anyways, I mean, obviously you'll have some people that'll just guess red every time, red. And that's fine, but it could work for you. It could work against you. You never know. So anyways, I didn't even give this game a name. I guess we can call it, I don't know, whatever. Color match Uno or whatever. Anyways, enjoy. Let me know what you think. And have a great day, guys.